Welcome to this Windows channel, and this is the Tech News Update. We are Friday, June 2nd, 2017, and today in our Tech News Update, we have a report that came out of the UK. It seems that the UK's nuclear submarines are vulnerable to being hacked easily. It seems that they need major updates and that they need a lot of patches to prevent what could be a very grim outcome. So, that doesn't really secure us in a world that's already very complex. We now have submarines that are outdated and easy to hack. Google is being, of course, sued in the European Union in three separate antitrust cases. But it would seem that one of the major issues, the one that will actually give a major fine, is that there have been like a lot of reports and a lot of people complaining about the shopping search results. A lot of people have been complaining, saying that basically Google places certain companies and certain products and services before others, and that it isn't a really fair search. And they say that this could be a really the biggest issue in the antitrust cases that Google is actually having with the European Commission. So we'll see what happens. It's supposed to be announced in the next few months. Google Chrome, yes, will have an ad blocker, but a specific and very special ad blocker. A few months ago, Google had announced ad blocking in Google Chrome, and everybody just said, oh wow, there's going to be an ad block, and well, okay, just one thing here. Okay, Google is making 90% of its money with ads on the internet. So they're not going to put an ad blocker in Google Chrome to block ads. What they are doing is actually blocking ads that are annoying. So the big pop-ups that take over a page, for example, those will not be shown. Videos that actually autoplay when you just pass over them, that also will be removed. Basically what Google wants to do is have the ads go through, but not the annoying ones. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with that. I think there is, place for a little cleanup of ads on the internet. So we'll see what happens with Google Chrome. This is not going to be implemented before a version in 2018. Well, yesterday a very, very important problem happened at Microsoft. Actually, they've been apologizing since then. It seems it all started with, of course, Donna Sarkar teasing a build, and they had this little cryptic, whiteboard with hexadecimal numbers telling us, oh, 16203, and giving us build numbers. So everybody thought, oh, there's going to be a build today. But suddenly, it seems that an internal glitch in the way that the system works to push insider previews to everyone actually didn't work right, and a build 16212, a very buggy build, has actually been pushed, but not just to insiders, to the fast, the slow ring, the release preview ring, and even some people that are not even insiders saw this appear in their Windows updates. Also, a Windows Phone version was released that apparently is a very, very bad idea to install, since your phone becomes stuck in a boot loop. So, of course, the first things that they said is, hey, don't install any builds that you see. We haven't announced or pushed any builds. It seems some people today are still seeing some of those. And actually, it changed completely the way that things are happening. From a possible new build yesterday, it went through, okay, no more builds this week. We got to fix this glitch. So very weird problem happening there at Microsoft with the builds, and especially people getting builds. And for the most part, what they say is that if you haven't pushed the install or anything, these builds typically in general will not install on your machine. So kind of a very weird thing happening there, and Microsoft scrambling to try to fix these issues. It seems that Bitcoin prices might actually go up after China decided to end its freeze on Bitcoin withdrawals. So that means that basically you will have maybe a big rush in value of the Bitcoin because of this. So that's going to be interesting to see as China will now leave the Bitcoin alone. And finally, you have Apple App Store that gave out interesting numbers. Now, the Apple App Store has been on since 2008. And they released yesterday the amount of money that we've spent in apps into the App Store. Since 2008, we have spent $100 billion buying apps on the Apple App Store. And of course, since it's a 70-30 revenue share, that means 70 billion of that went to developers. Amazing when you think about it. $100 billion spent in the App Store. That's something to think about. And finally, we have new guidelines will be in effect for the monetization of content on YouTube. You know, after companies have decided to remove their ads from YouTube because they were associated with content that were not really of a type that they wanted to be associated with, like extremist content and so on, YouTube will actually have stricter guidelines now. It will not, of course, prevent extremist content to be on YouTube, but it will say if you have extremist content, sexist content, if you are bashing others, if you're doing bad things on YouTube, your videos are going to be there, but you won't be able to monetize. So these are part of the new guidelines that the company will, of course, enforce to try to get back on the advertisers that basically decided to just abandon the YouTube platform. And this was the Tech News Update for Friday, June 2nd, 2017. You enjoy our videos, please subscribe, give us thumbs up. If you have any comments, questions, suggestions, let us know. Thank you for watching.